Hi, my name is Aiden Pressmack, and for this project I chose option 2, and my topic is about the excessive spending in political campaigns. The increase in spending has become more common in America was just last year during the Texas governor campaign, or election, when Beto and Abbott raised a combined total of $160 million, which was spent on 30-second ads for their campaigns. That money could have gone to food shelters, homeless people, and even orphanages. But all it went to was petty commercials where the two candidates took jabs at each other's beliefs. Campaigns like this, and many others like them, are why people like me and the author of the text I chose believe that political campaigns should not be allowed to raise such an outrageous amount of money. The text I chose is named Campaign Spending is a Tragic Waste, written by Howard Tolman. It was written after the 2020 election when both presidential candidates Biden and Trump raised over a combined $2 billion for their campaigns. The author of the text talks about how the money raised by these modern political campaigns are going towards useless endeavors. He provides examples as to why the amount of money raised by these political campaigns does little to change the outcome of the election, and the many different ways that the money could have been used to help the people that the politicians are supposed to lead, which should be their goal as the leaders of the community, not getting as many votes as they can by advertising themselves. The author uses logos and pathos to convince the readers that his side of the argument is right. The author utilizes logos by providing examples such as Michael Bloomberg, who spent hundreds of millions of dollars on his political campaign, which got him very little support, and he ended up quitting his campaign out of nowhere. It demonstrates logos because the author is trying to get the reader to understand that these campaigns are wasting millions of dollars and have nothing to show for it. The author then uses pathos by providing a story of how two billionaires in Chicago are spending millions of dollars on a campaign for their new opposing tax plans, when there are 1,000 people in that same city that are homeless, jobless, and unable to feed their children. Demonstrating emotional appeal by illustrating how these campaigns are focused on selfish desires rather than the people who are suffering in their community. The author also uses an evaluation and narrative argument. He uses the evaluation argument when detailing how the money raised by these campaigns can lead to nothing, like the Michael Bloomberg example, and using the evaluation argument by providing additional examples and allowing the readers to judge whether the campaigns are wasting money or not. The purpose of the text is to persuade voters to not be okay with political campaigns spending a colossal amount of money. Through appealing to their logic was how the amount of money spent on these campaigns having little effect on the outcome of an election, and their emotions by explaining how the money raised by these campaigns could have gone to a better cause, like feeding starving children. It affects the audience by bringing information that is not really brought up in politics, with many voters not batting an eye at the insane budgets of these political campaigns. They can become more aware of the situation and judge whether or not it is right for campaigns to spend such money and not offer their support as much as they would before knowing this type of information. The main message of the author is that political campaigns should not be spending outrageous amounts of money, and instead that money should go towards causes that will be beneficial for society. Voters should also not support these campaigns that spend too much money, because the amount of money will continue to grow and less will go towards people who actually need it. The author does not believe that political campaigns themselves are useless, but rather that the amount of money they raise is. The author wants us to hold these political campaigns accountable from wasting millions of dollars, and that can happen by joining the millions of people petitioning for limiting the budget for these political campaigns. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you can resonate with the topic I have shared. Goodbye.